Right now, you are just one click away from something creepy or absolutely terrifying. There are many websites devoted to death, destruction, and horrors that once you visit, you may never be the same. We've taken it upon ourselves to warn you of the dangers and what sites you should avoid if you can. That is, if you want peace of mind, let alone to ever sleep again. Listen closely to our advice on this episode of the Infographics Show, horrifying internet websites you should never visit. Number 10. Homicide.igarapea.org.br.
I want to go on these sites now.
Would you like to see a map that shows where murders occurred around the globe? There's a website for that. While the sources of data vary by year, it's still a very eye-opening resource for what actually took place in the not-too-distant past, and it's far from pretty. Upon entering the site, you can pick a country from a drop-down menu and find out how many died there, as well as the weapon used and the gender breakdown of the victims. Colors of the map also vary by area. A light yellow indicates a low rate of homicides. The places that are dark red, however, are regions where alarming numbers of people were murdered. Number 9. GoodbyeWarden.com. This site gives the last things 540 inmates executed in the state of Texas ever said. The collection begins in the year 1982. Some of the words are heart-wrenching, like when they ask for someone
would you
to
keep
take
a
care of their
record of
children.
these?
Others disturbingly
kind of sad.
insist that they are innocent. It's particularly creepy when a quote ends with telling the warden to go ahead or that they're ready. We all know what happened next. Number 8. WorldBirthsAndDeaths.com. Want to know if someone's dying right this minute? Of course you don't, but there's a website that will tell you just the same. If there is a death anywhere around the world, you'll see a red dot on the exact location. With the dot, the city and country or state will be indicated. If you unselect birth indicators on the map, it looks even more.
Everyone who hates ads will be using this Chrome extension by 2025. I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. This Chrome extension.
Yeah, we're skipping that.
Then again, if you consider just how many people are being born, that's also scary. They've included the increasing world's population at the top, which seems to never stop moving. Just watching it makes us feel uneasy. Number 7. USDebtClock.org. Are you feeling secure at the moment? Well, don't. According to USDebtClock.org, the world is basically approaching financial ruin. You can watch the mind-blowing rate at which countries around the world are falling further and further into levels of debt that are simply unbelievable. Some of the numbers change so quickly, you can't even focus on them before they change again. The US is currently over $22 trillion in the hole, and that's gone up thousands in the few minutes we've been looking at it. But then there's Japan's at $11 trillion, and China at $9 trillion.
What has Japan
and the
been
UK
doing?
at around $3.5 trillion momentarily. This combined with the last website's population growth is even more terrifying, and it looks like they'll only continue to increase from there. Number 6. TheBulletin.org's Doomsday Clock. So we've already pointed out humanity's increasing population as well as debt, but if you're still feeling hopeful for some reason, think again. There's a science and security board attached to the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists that study various depressing statistics. Based on these, it has created the Doomsday Clock. The clock's ticking lets us know just how close we are to destroying our planet due to problems of our own invention. Now let's mention that this board is not made up of just anybody, but people who know what they're talking about. It includes scientists and experts on climate change and nuclear weaponry. These are the same people who advise the government and various worldwide agencies. First created in 1947, the Doomsday Clock has been reset multiple times. Mankind's future looked promising back in 1991. This was when the Cold War had ended, and the clock's hand was only a somewhat nerve-wracking 17 minutes to midnight, or the end of life as we know it. Since, it has gotten a bit bleaker. It went from 6 minutes to midnight in 2010 to just 2.5 in 2017, and now it's 2 minutes as of 2018. The reason it's nearing is things like the increasing threat of nuclear weapons and climate change, which put humans in quite a perilous position. Number 5. 1945 to 1998 by Isao Hashimoto. This can be found on the ctbto.org website. Isao Hashimoto worked for the financial industry but studied the arts in addition to policy and management. He made a terrifying video that can be found on the Preparatory Commission for the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization website. It condenses 1 month into the span of 1 second to show the 2,053 nuclear explosions that were carried out around the world in its title's time frame. There are deeply disturbing beeping sounds in the background as you watch it that put your nerves on edge. Believe it or not, this video, while freaky enough already,
Okay, this
doesn't
is
even include
starting to
the
freak me out.
explosions conducted by North
It's not.
Korea. Who knows how many more that would be?